My name is Vernon F. Miller, and welcome to Sports News Stream, otherwise known as SNS. And welcome back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We apologize for the time away. We were upgrading software and coming up with more creative ways to pretty much bring you the best sports content that we can possibly provide. So, with that being said, let's get into it. Well, last night was the much anticipated welterweight championship fight between Manny Pacquiao and Keith one-time Thurman. And Manny Pacquiao came out the victor with a split decision win over Keith Thurman to win the WBA welterweight championship title, among other titles. Walked away with a purse of $10 million, and his record improved to 62-7-1. Keith Thurman drops now to 29-1. He lost his O. And he walked away with a purse of $2.5 million. With that being said, let's get into the keynotes. To be honest, I felt that Keith Thurman would walk away as the victor in this fight because of his ring movement, ring generalship when he's moving around the ring, because he's a pretty good mover in the ring. He can box and move, and he had youth on the side. So, I felt Pacquiao would keep it close. I didn't think Keith Thurman was going to knock Pacquiao out, but I did think Keith would easily come out with a decision, especially in the later rounds, because I felt Pacquiao's age would be something that would work against him, somewhat counterproductive from what he was trying to do. But it seemed like it was almost the opposite. It seemed like Keith Thurman was gassing, especially in the later rounds. And in my opinion, I think his nose was broke. But let's get into the actual factors of the fight. One of the first factors that popped out, of course, was the first round knockdown. Keith Thurman pulled straight back, which is a boxing no-no, especially against a boxer like Manny Pacquiao, who punches and runs straight towards you like some cartoon animated Chinese character, and ran straight towards him through a barrage of punches. And I believe Keith Thurman got caught with the left and hit the mat like a professional wrestler. And I think Keith Thurman was shell-shocked after that. I don't think he ever really regained his mojo, didn't regain his confidence, his swag, and really didn't figure anything out till probably, I want to say, around 5-ish, going into 6, 7. That's when he really started to, understand, almost like, hey, some desperation kicking in. I got to make this happen. I got to make this work. I got to throw my hands. This is going to be a quick night. The tide did change a little bit in the later rounds for Keith Thurman, but Manny Pacquiao just stayed active. He kept his hands going, a little bit of head movement, and with that awkward movement that he has going on in the ring, it can make it sometimes a little challenging for a boxer to really try to get their timing and their cadence together to counterpunch and things of that nature. I see Manny Pacquiao definitely coming over the top, counterpunching over the top of one time's jab or his hook, and he was landing that right on the top of his chin, right over his punch. So Manny definitely fooled a lot of individuals, and he's definitely still at the top of his game right now. So let's break it down. The breakdown goes like this. Let's start with Manny Pacquiao. Hey, he's got options, and options are a beautiful thing in life. He can definitely, he has a few out. He can say, hey, I can get Keith Thurman a rematch if I feel like it, which I don't think he will. I doubt it. He can sit back and wait and see how the dust settles with Earl Spence Jr. and Sean Porter, September 28th, and maybe sometime next year, he could say, hey, Earl Spence, let's go ahead and do this super fight. Or he could say to Crawford, hey, let's go ahead and do this super fight next year. Because I believe that Earl Spence Jr. and Bud Carson will not meet until probably early 2021. So that gives maybe Manny Pacquiao a year to cash in on one, if not possibly both. Why not? Hey, let's throw in Mayweather. Mayweather was there. And, raise my eyebrow a little bit, and shaking both individuals' hands and wishing them good luck. Mayweather is the type of guy that, like most boxers, once you had the limelight at a certain level, it's hard to let it go. So don't be surprised if Mayweather hints a possible rematch, super match with Manny Pacquiao. Freddie Roach, Pacquiao's trainer, has also stated that he would love to have a rematch, his fighter to have a rematch with Floyd Mayweather Jr. So be on the lookout for that as well. So Manny Pacquiao definitely has options. Let's flip the breakdown on Keith One-Time Thurman. He doesn't have as many options. He has very few options if you really want to sit down and think about it. If Manny Pacquiao does not say, hey, Keith Thurman, let's do this rematch, then where does he go from there? I'll tell you where he goes. He goes to the back of the line. Okay, you had that belt. You held up the whole division for about 2.5 years, maybe 3 fights in 2.5 years. And now you're 30 years old, haven't been really active in almost 3 years. And now you got to go back into the back of the line, go back down into the jungle with the rest of the guys and fight these young, hungry guys just to get back what you had. That's a tough spot to be in right now. I mean, if Manny Pacquiao doesn't give him a rematch, where do you go from here? Rematch with Danny Garcia? Maybe you wait for the winner, maybe Sean Porter? Because let's be honest, Earl Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford, you're not even on their radar no more. The only reason they wouldn't even mention your name is because you had the belt. Well, you don't got the belt no more? Well, ain't nothing else to talk about. See you when we see you. Hey, how about maybe an Adrian Broner? Both of y'all talk mad trash, mad smack. So that would be something that some people may tune into. I don't know on pay-per-view status, but they may do a PBC, something like that. Free fight on TV. How about Amir Khan? Amir Khan would be entertaining fight, But, a good colleague of mine, a good friend of mine, John Sistrunk, who's definitely a sports junkie as well, he made a very good, interesting point to me when I was talking to him this morning. He said, I see Keith Thurman retiring pretty soon, 2 or 3 paydays, and then he's out of there, going into the sunset, walking into the sunset with his wife. And I thought about it, and I sat back and I said to myself, you know what? He's right. He's right. I mean, Manny Pacquiao hit Keith Thurman in the solar plexus with a body shot. Let's keep in mind, Manny Pacquiao is not a body puncher. Hit him with a body shot. This guy looked like he was about to fold up like a Walmart chair that is on clearance sale in front of the store as soon as you walk in. It was such a discomfort to him. he pulled out his mouthpiece and backpedaled a few minutes, maybe 20 times around the ring. I mean, very uncomfortable. And you think you're going to get in the ring with some killers who really invested the body? Like maybe a Earl Spence Jr. or a Terrence Crawford? I think not. So I think he's going to probably do a couple of gimmies because Pacquiao is not going to give him a rematch. I wouldn't give him a rematch. It's not advantageous for Manny Pacquiao to give Keith Thurman a rematch. Why? You're not going to make as much money as you would if you fought somebody. You only made but you made $10 million with Keith Thurman. $10 million. What is the rematch going to do? The rematch, you might get another 10, or you can wait and possibly get 30, 35 with a Terrence Crawford or a Earl Spence Jr., or maybe 70 or 80 with a Floyd Mayweather Jr. He's got options. Well, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to wrap this up. I definitely want to thank everyone for the love and support. And we definitely will have content coming at you a lot more once a week. Thank you for the love and support. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Check us out on all the social media outlets and platforms that are available.